and drive your feet. Okay, if that dude can squat 500 pounds and he's still running, you just let your body weight hang, and that brings him down.
There's DBs as big as me.
Right.
I ain't taking Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry down.
That's what I'm saying. There's
taking
DBs that are
a correct form tackle.
Yeah, DBs are under 200 pounds.
Barbershop Breakroom.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Barbershop Breakroom, episode 76.
Dude, who cares?
Sure.
76. Fellas, I've got a question to start with. Would you rather spend... Oh, shout out to the Crash Dummies podcast for this. Would you rather spend a year straight in jail or just go on the weekends for 2 years? Jordy, go first.
Just the weekend for 2 years.
Just the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, but you got to do 2 years.
Yeah.
You doing the 2 years?
Yes. Just Saturday, Sunday, yeah.
So they said 5 years, but I feel like everybody was just going to take the year if it was 5 years. So I dumbed it down to 2 years to make it a little bit.
I'm gonna be honest, even at 5 years, I think I'm taking the weekends
you a
for
wild
5.
boy. You a wild boy. Ain't no way.
It's just the weekend.
You work all week long.
Oh, take an extra day off.
That's crazy.
I mean, if you do the 5 years, you're going to be in there longer than you would for 1 year. So I would rather just do the 1 year. But if it's the 2 year for a weekend, I'm going to go 2 year.
You doing 2 year for a week?
It's still less time.
It's only 104 days.
I don't know about that.
Something like that.
What do you mean?
It might be 200.
No, I'm not saying I don't know about the math. I don't know about I don't want to work all week long and then like Saturday, Sunday comes and I'm in jail. Like
That
you just
makes
miss
sense.
so much fun stuff.
I don't do no work on the weekends.
Yeah, like I can't party on a Wednesday.
I can. I'm going on the weekend.
Matt's camera looks so crazy.
Why?
It's like an above shot.
Nah, it's not above.
Am I
You
in
going-
POV mode?
So you doing 2 years
Yeah,
too?
he said I'm about to get fucked on the air mode.
So y'all all doing 2 years? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do a year straight. I'm just gonna thug it out, do that year, and call it a day. No way I can do it for 2 years.
Just it's like pointed.
You gotta like lower the height and make it
yeah.
like, even. we went 3 for 4. That's 75%.
It's not a bad percentage.
Got a first timer here. Nah, bro, that shit but just crooked as fuck. That tripod is fucked.
Yeah, it is. It's leaning.
It's always
it's like
but it's,
backwards now. Before
leaning, but
over
it's
here.
straight.
Yeah, last time it was like this. But yeah, I'm gonna do a year. I'd rather just thug it out, get it done. Like I know it's less time. Like I get that, but there's just no way I'm freedom 5 days a week and then all right, see you later, inmate. Like that's trash.
So you rather just be not freedom
Yeah, Dontea said, yeah, dude.
every day of the week.
Let me get 365 days instead of 104.
Yeah, give me the 365. Because,
You got the weekend
Well, I
and the
think
weekend.
bro.
Well, there's 52
what?
weeks in a year, so there's 52 weekends, right? Times 2 is 104 for 2 years, 208. That's less than a year.
Yeah, I understand the math. I'm not misunderstanding that. It's the point of living my life normally 5 days a week, going to work, going to hang out, doing the podcast, and then Saturday, Sunday, be like, see you guys Monday. Like, I'd rather just get it done and just do it all at once, bro. No way. Like sleeping on a terrible bed for 2 days and then going back to normalcy and then eating shitty food, going back to normalcy. I'd rather just be shitty for 365 days and then be done.
I feel like that's like, you gotta be studied for being a psychopath or something.
Whatever Dontea,
I feel like that's just not the right answer. Like there is a right answer and that's not it.
I just don't think it is.
whatever Dontea is smoking, give me some of that shit.
Here, do I have my pen? No, I don't have my pen. But hey, that's just me. But all right, fellas, let's get into some March Madness talk. Me and Derrick had the luxury of going to 2 March Madness games, and it was electric. It was electric. Nothing like it. Derrick, how was it?
P.S. Dontea fucked me out not going.
No, I did not.
But it really would have been bad if I went, so it's okay.
Yeah, so he wouldn't have went either way. We found that out.
No, I would have went, but it would have been really bad.
It was good. I mean, that's the first ever like real NCAA college basketball game I've been to. Besides, you can't name Kent State and YSU as your like a real basketball game.
I mean,
Like it's I understand, but it's the MAC compared to.
there's some dude that plays in the MAC right now
I
that's
know.
gonna see
He's
this
gonna be
and
like,
he's
"This
gonna be
motherfucker."
at your neck.
But well, who would you rather go see, the Flashes or the Wildcats?
Well, that day the Flashes.
Maybe that day the Flashes. But it was a really good experience. Sorry for you, Dontea. That was your half alma mater.
Yeah,
And favorite
Derrick
team.
was in his head like, this is fucking
Sick.
sweet.
I told him that right to his face.
Well, in my defense, I can't remember who it was, but before we left, somebody was like, what are you going to do if they lose? And I was like, bro, this would be my luck that I would go to the game and they lose to a 14 seed. And then I doubled down and was like, I'm a Browns fan. At the end of the day, my life has been utter disappointment when it comes to sports. This is nothing new.
He was like, this is actually sweet.
This is like normal. And, well, what happened for the people who live under the rock? Jack Gohlke happened. He single-handedly beat the Kentucky Wildcats in the first round. And not going to lie, I was hating on the guy at first. Me and Derrick was like, why is this dude gunning like this? Because he might have started, what?
Shots.
What was he, 0 for 2 or maybe like 1 for 3?
1 for 2, 1 for 3, and you're like, all right, maybe he's just trying to do crazy shit.
Yeah, right. Like, oh, this dude probably knows this is his last game. Let me get some shots up. Well, a couple more minutes went by, and I was just like, okay, this guy's the real deal, everybody. This is not a drill.
He started making some shots.
3, 4, 5, 7 threes in the first half. Real quick, too, I took the liberty of following one Jack Gohlke on Instagram because I wanted to see after the game. I'm like, let's see what the March Madness effect truly is. So I screenshotted his Instagram page right when the game ended. Now, I wish I would have done this before, but who would knew he was going to go crazy like this? Maybe LeBron. But he had 7,800 followers prior to that game. Now, today, Tuesday, 10:10 a.m., he has 67.2 thousand followers.
Get that money.
And he's verified.
NIL deal.
He wasn't even verified
This is your last year, bro. Get that money.
Dude, shout out to him, though. He was doing NIL deals in the hallway.
Yeah, I would too.
That was crazy. The TurboTax one.
Hey.
That was crazy.
They had to strike while the iron is hot. Who was hotter than him at that moment? Literally and figuratively speaking.
10 for 20 from 3. 50% from 3.
50%.
Is insane.
And it's like, at some point when me and you were sitting there, we knew they were going to lose that game, right?
Yeah. I mean, there was some hope because it's Kentucky and you're playing against Oakland. Like, you're not thinking Oakland's able to keep staying this hot this whole game, but hey.
But that's
outplayed Reed Shepherd.
That's what happens when you don't you come at my dude like that.
He outplayed him.
I mean, that's what happens when you don't make adjustments. And then that's what happens when you know you're the superior team and you sleep through the beginning of the game thinking like, all right, we can turn this on whatever and just beat this team. No, that did not happen. But shout out to John Calipari, one of the worst coaches in NCAA history. Incredibly overrated, never wins big games.
See you next year or see you never again?
Nah, they can't afford to get rid of him. They owe him like $35 million in like dead money if they get rid of him.
See you next year.
And there's no way kids still come to Kentucky without John Calipari there. Like
yeah,
those
it's
top
a whole
recruits,
different program.
Yeah, those top recruits aren't going there. Like I know, like you look at
that's the only thing he's good for is recruiting. He can't coach.
What's my dude Hubert from North Carolina? He still gets good recruits, and then my dude from Duke, John Shire, still gets good recruits too. So like it's a possibility, but does anybody know who's the dude underneath John Calipari? I don't.
His assistant.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, his assistant.
I played for Kentucky, and I don't even know.
This kid.
So it's like
this Wildcat.
So I mean, listen. Shout out to Jack Gohlke. He had an insane moment, and that's what March Madness is for. I think in 5 years, we'll be like, "Hey, man, you remember that dude that looks like Chandler from Friends that hit all those threes versus Kentucky?" And like, we still be talking about him. But I did have a question for you guys, even for the people. Do we think, after that performance, because sometimes it only takes one game, do we think Jack Gohlke will end up in the NBA? And I don't mean on a G League team. I mean at least two-way contract
on the Miami Heat.
Or on the Miami Heat, like everybody was saying. But do we think he has a future in the NBA? Jordy, you go first.
If you want to be honest, no, I don't really think so. But if there is a team to do it, it will be the Miami Heat, to put him with Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero and all them other white three-point shooters they love. So
I love how the Heat just became the destination because they love white shooters.
That's my opinion.
Dirk.
I mean, if he starts in the G, he can be like the Sam Merrill or Morrell, how do you say his last name? But that dude's just a three-point shooter. What else is he going to give you? Nothing. He's just a shooter.
I mean, there's been a lot
same,
of dudes
same
in history.
thing he is. And I mean, with Oakland, he was getting double teamed and still making those threes.
Yeah.
Now imagine being on an NBA court to where you have to account for everybody.
Yeah.
He can run off ball screens and get open and shoot those threes. But he's got to learn how to play some defense. And that's all he's got is the 3-point. So if he ain't hitting that shit, he ain't going to be on the team.
I don't think he logged another stat other than like 1 rebound.
He had 2 rebounds.
Yeah,
he had
okay.
1 rebound. The very last shot of Kentucky, he got that.
Yeah, I was
rebound.
gonna say,
That
I don't
his
think he
second
had
one.
like I don't think he had an assist, a steal, a block, nothing, just straight buckets.
The last time he had an assist was before the tournament. So
I'm pretty sure he only attempted like 4 2-pointers all season.
It was 328 3-pointers shot and 335 total shots.
So 7 2-pointers all season.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
clearly Coach Cal didn't do his scouting report. Clearly. Matt, what were you about to say? You think there's room for my dude Jack Gohlke in the league?
Hell no.
No, you don't think so?
Hell no. No, bro.
No?
That's all he could do.
Listen, there's people in the NBA like that where they offer nothing else. You remember Steve Novak?
Oh, I remember.
Did he do anything else? Seriously.
He hustled.
Did he hustle? I mean, but
I saw Jack Gohlke standing around for a while.
You can become a different player, though.
Do you know who Matt Thomas is?
Yes.
There's a reason he ain't in the league.
Okay.
You know who Jimmer Fredette is?
Jimmer Fredette's like 5'9".
Okay.
Jack Gohlke's like 6'6". Maybe 6'8".
No.
No?
He might be
is-
like 6'3".
he's 6'3".
Damn, he looked big as hell.
He
in
just got a
person.
big forehead, so it looks like it extends.
Nah, he looked like pretty big. Okay, now that I know that he's 6'3", now there's no room for him in the NBA.
There's no room, bro.
I thought he was like 6'6".
Matt Thomas is like 6'3", and he ain't even getting off in the EuroLeague, and he's a sniper.
I was going to say Sam Morrill's 6'5", but then him in college play at Utah State averaged 20 points. And
Duncan can cut. He can lay
So-
like
That's where
And
my
Duncan's
mind
big.
was.
yeah.
Duncan's
Duncan's
small.
6'6", 6'7".
he ain't small.
I think Duncan's 6'7". That's where my mind was, though, that he was like shaped like Duncan.
No.
Like I thought he was taller. I'm gonna be honest. In person,
He's beefy.
he looked pretty big.
There was like,
Yeah, Duncan's 6'7".
I got this wide open back cut. I ain't going.
I mean, true.
He was. There's no way, bro. There's been better 3-point shooters coming from college that didn't make it.
For sure. I just sometimes
He even knows and he's like 25,
He said it.
26.
He is
Like
old.
He said it.
He
like
is old.
he's like, yeah, I ain't making it to the NBA. So
4 years in D2.
Dang, Duncan Robinson lost an inch. He was 6'8" in college. He's 6'7" in the pros, I
They
guess.
measure differently. That's why. All right. So Jack Gohlke inspired me. I would like us to do a nice little activity, boys. Let's do, in honor of March Madness, a starting 5. Current college basketball players.
Pass.
Let's do a starting 5 of nothing but Caucasian players. I was going to say shooters. Caucasian players. An all-white starting 5, boys. No, Jordan, we are not counting you out. I prepped you for this topic. You should have done some research. All right. At the point guard, who do we think should be the point guard of our all-white team? Throw some names out, fellas.
who the what?
Point
The
guard.
point guard?
The point guard of our all-Caucasian squad.
Let me think. Give me a minute.
I'm going to go ahead and be biased. I would like to nominate
Reed
Reed
Shepherd,
Shepherd.
probably.
I would like to nominate Reed Shepherd as the point guard. Shout out to the Kentucky Wildcats, even though he didn't do a damn thing in that game. Who you got? Who you got over there, Derrick? You got anybody you thinking of? Braden Smith from Purdue.
Tyler Kolek from Marquette is a point guard.
So-
Got him there.
So I like Tyler Kolek. Depending on who we have as shooting guard, maybe we move him to shooting guard. Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
6'3". He would be a real small number 2, but
He would be.
I got you.
You know, but maybe. We'll see. I mean, hey, Steph is 6'4". Steph plays 2 guard every once in a while. Kyrie, 2 guard. He's 6'2".
who? Steph?
No,
Kyrie? He's around there. Yeah.
Yeah, and he plays 2 guards sometimes.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we can go with Braden Smith or Reed Shepherd at the 1.
Reed Shepherd.
Reed Shepherd at the 1 over Braden Smith. Ooh, some Purdue people are going to be mad. All right, for the 2 guard, Tyler Kolek has entered the chat. What about my guy from Creighton, Baylor Shireman?
He's big though. He could be. Dalton connects to 3.
We're not moving off Dalton Kennett for the 3. I don't even got to go through the small forward. Dalton Kennett is the undoubted small forward for this team. How tall is Baylor Shireman?
He's 6'7",
Damn,
205.
he is big.
put him at the
Sheesh.
4.
Damn. I didn't know he was that tall. What about Tyler Kolek? He's 6'3", right?
Yeah, he's 6'3".
Damn, should Tyler Kolek be the point guard over Reed Shepherd?
And then put Reed at the 2? Or you put
Reed would just fall out of the lineup.
He'd be 6-man?
Maybe.
Yeah, Reed Shepherd's also 6'3".
Yeah, he's not that tall. But he plays defense. He's good at passing. Like, he does more than just, like, be out there at 6'3".
That's crazy. He's listed at 6'3", 175. He weighs less than me.
Damn, my dude is light. All right, so put Tyler Kolek at the 1.
And then put Baylor at the 2?
Yeah, Baylor Shireman at the 2. I think we're all in agreement that number 3 at the 3 guard is Dalton Kennett, right?
Yeah.
No need to even debate that.
The Great White Hope.
The Great White Hope. All right, at our power forward, we got a couple guys we can go with. We can go with Filipowski as the 4. Even though he's a center, he could be a 4. Or, what's my dude's name? Give me a second. Let me think of it.
From where?
No, he's a 5. Kalkbrenner's too big to be a 4.
Hunter Dickinson's too big to be a 4.
The 5, just put...
Hunter Dickinson isn't like he's big, but I feel like he plays more like a stretch role, so he would fit as a 4.
Does Hunter Dickinson shoot threes?
Yeah.
Does he shoots them?
Yeah. He shoots like
7'2", 260.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
he's just
he's a
like
big dude.
too big to
I didn't
move
think
at
he
the
was
4.
that tall.
Yeah, he's
I didn't know
7'2".
he was
He's a big
7'2".
dude.
How tall is Kyle Filipowski? Is he like 7 foot? I think he's a 7-footer.
I think that's your 4 right there.
Yeah, because he can move. He's agile.
Yeah.
Dickinson's shooting 35% from 3 this year.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I don't
at
know
all.
how many attempts he
Not great
averages.
either, but
Probably 15. I mean, for a big 35%, if his attempts are low, then that's bad. Like, if he's got 10 attempts, bro, and
he's got more than 10.
like,
I saw him shoot fucking 5 threes in their round of 32 game the other day.
He averages like his last 5 games 1 3 a game shot.
okay, so
attempted.
if he shot 32 threes this season, that's not terrible. 35%. So for
He
this,
ain't really a stretch 4 though.
okay, so for the
That ain't
stretch,
no
four,
stretch 4.
let's just keep Kyle Filipowski at the 4. So our center, it could be Hunter Dickinson. It can be, what do you say?
Go on.
Who are you going to say?
Zach Edey's white.
Zach Edey. Is he though?
I don't know.
He's Asian.
He looks Asian.
That counts.
Yeah, he's Asian. Have you seen his mom?
No.
Never mind. Y'all was about to get me to say something crazy.
He was born in Toronto.
Yeah, I know. He played for the Canadian national team. But just
his
because you're
father
born
is
there
white.
don't make you Canadian.
His
Though.
father's white.
His mom is.
One drop rule.
I don't know. This actually just
now
said
we
his
going
father
at it.
is white, and that's all it said.
In no way it says his father is white.
All right, we're not counting Zach Edey, bro.
Whoa.
We can't count Zach.
Just because he's ugly?
No, man, he's
I'm just
Asian.
pretty sure he's Asian.
He's Asian, bro.
Vietnamese, something.
All right, so
I'm not trying to offend anybody. He's one of those.
What if he's just an ugly white guy?
He's not.
He's not, bro. His mother is Asian
Chinese
as hell.
One
descent.
of those what?
Oh, Chinese descent. There you
Yeah,
go.
You guys are
Chinese.
racist as shit.
Chinese descent. Sorry.
Racist.
Apologize, everybody. He's Chinese.
I was trying to cover all of the.
So center can be Hunter Dickinson. It can be Kalkbrenner. Or what's my dude from UConn?
Oh, shit.
Number, what is it, 32?
32. He just went off, too. Klingon?
Yeah, something like that. Look that up. UConn's big. Hunter Dickinson probably going to
Devin
be in
Klingon?
center, though.
Hunter Dickinson shot 65 threes this season.
That's 35% with 65 threes ain't bad. For a center.
23,
What do you make, 20?
23 for 65.
It sounds terrible, but when you look at the percentage, like 35% is a very respectable 3-point percentage. What you got over there, Derrick?
Who you...
UConn.
I think it's Devon Klingon. Devin Klingon?
I'm about to say, ain't no way his name Devon. He white. Devon? Derrick's like, I don't know this guy.
I don't see anything.
Come on,
right now.
brother. Number 32 on UConn's roster.
Oh, yeah. Donovan.
Donovan. See, I knew it was something
He
like
was in
that.
the ballpark.
Yeah.
What's my dude got going on?
He's 7'2", 280. He's a sophomore.
Bill Ford, tough in this bitch.
His stats, why is it showing me a season highs? I don't want to see those.
What's the season highs?
29 points. Most threes in a game, 1.
Okay, not
Most
a shooter.
attempted in a game, 1.
All right, we might not. I need a shooter at the 5. I need somebody to be able to stretch the floor.
16
Kalkbrenner
rebounds.
can't shoot.
Kalkbrenner's soft too. Kalkbrenner's soft.
He got to
Yeah,
come off the bench.
he attempts way less than Hunter Dickinson.
All right.
His whole year 2 for 6.
Okay. All right.
He don't be.
Can I nominate?
Hunter's a senior too, so we might as well just throw him there. He's a little older, a little more experienced.
What if we nominate Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Oh,
I don't even know his real name.
me either.
Larry Nerd.
That's Kareem.
I don't even know his name. Like, I really don't.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He's probably like Ryan or something like that. Brad.
Give me him, bro. He about to find all the shooters. That should be our 4 for real.
Should that be our 4? So
This article says Indiana State has Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
So you want to?
He's only like 6'9".
You want to move Kareem to the 4 and then Filipowski as the 5?
Go small ball.
We can.
I mean, Filipowski's 7 foot.
Is he?
Yeah, he's 7 footer.
Robbie Avila.
Robbie. Okay, I wasn't far off with Brian.
Yeah, he's a freshman though. I think
Who,
freshman or sophomore.
Who, Big Cream?
Yeah,
Oh, he did all of that as a freshman. He got room to grow. Put Big Cream at the 4.
he's a sophomore.
How tall is he?
Sophomore. He's
6'10", 240.
yep.
Big boy. I like Cream at the 4 and Filipowski at the 5. Is that what we doing?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, who's our 6th man? Is it Braden Smith or Reed Shepard?
And he attempts 4 threes a game.
Oh, I like it.
Who's the start? Who'd you switch to point guard? Because I thought it was Reed.
Tyler Kolek.
Oh,
We went a little bigger. Because Tyler Kolek was going to be the 2, but we put Baylor Shireman at the 2 instead.
This is the bench, or what are we doing?
No, we're good.
6 man.
You got
Jack Gohlke.
Jack Gohlke as the 6th man. Do it.
That's a spark off
Do
the
it.
bench.
Heating it up, microwave. Just
I
cooking.
like it.
All right, we
Barbershop Breakroom's Caucasian starting 5. At the 1, we have Tyler Kolek. At the 2, Baylor Shireman. At the 3, Dalton Connett. At the 4, Larry Nerd, a.k.a. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
AKA
a.k.a.
Robbie
Avila.
At the 5, we have Kyle Filipowski. And for our 6th man, Jack Gohlke.
And then we go 8 deep. We go 8 deep. We got Hunter Dickinson coming off the bench.
And then Reed Shepard.
And we also have Reed Shepard.
And that's
coming
it.
off the bench.
After that, the drop-off is crazy.
Kalkbrenner.
The drop-off
And the
is
dude
crazy.
from Purdue.
Oh, yes. That's Braden. That's
Braden.
How many games are they making it to the tournament? Start
This
the year
all-white
off?
team?
This all-white
yeah.
team.
Yeah, they can make it. Okay, but we got to figure out like what conference they're in. Let's just say we put them in the ACC.
ACC, they making it.
Yes.
All right.
This team is making it to the...
What seed you randomly giving them?
In the
3
tournament or in the...
In the tournament.
Okay.
Oh, in the tournament? Like an 8 seed.
Yeah, they're probably right around the middle.
Yeah,
I
like
got you.
middle of the pack. 7, 8
It could be a 12 seed that could do some upsetting.
Yeah, for sure. They make it like...
They play the game the right way, or
Did you see that comment?
I saw.
Bro,
It was
y'all
crazy.
got burners.
Yeah.
Y'all got burners. All right, so let's
Twitter
keep
fingers.
it pushing. Let's move to our next topic. What do we got next, Derrick? Because I forgot where we're going, to be honest.
We can go to NFL real quick. There's a couple of new roles that were added that you're gonna see next year. The first one, the big one, is when it comes to tackling. So the hip toss, hip tackle, whatever you want to
Hip
call
drop.
it, hip drop tackle, banned. No longer.
Crazy work.
Yeah, you can't do it. So that violation results in a 15-yard penalty if it's flagged in the game. But a lot of people are saying it's going to be similar to like the use of the helmet rule, to where it typically leads to warning letters and fines the week after the game, then flags during the game.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Because
So
there ain't no way a hip drop tackle is ruining my like the whole game.
parlay.
No, not parlay. Like just ruining my Sunday.
I
Like
still think it will.
There's definitely going to be
Yeah.
calls on the field. with it.
imagine a dude catches a slant on 3rd and 8. The hip drop tackle short of the first down. Your team is about to get the ball to win the game, and they call that hip drop tackle. Now they got a fresh set of downs, and they go score, and you lose.
Well, I seen a
how do you
video. It was when Mark Andrews got hurt. They were like, "What else do you expect him to do there?"
Yeah.
Bro, you got
can't
dudes.
tackle him any other way
Right.
with the angle that he's at. It's
Right.
a touchdown or a tackle, but like they're like, yeah, it sucks he got hurt, but like it's not the intention. It's the only
Yeah.
way he can get him down.
So my question is you can't hit up high. Let's go back to DTR getting his mouth busted last year versus the Broncos.
Helmet to helmet.
You can't hit high because helmet to helmet a lot of times. Whatever. They don't like you to go low. Think TJ Ward when he tore Gronkowski's ACL. Many other knee injuries
I was
have
kind
happened
of
because
happy,
of that.
but I shouldn't have been.
So most people find a middle ground. which is around the waist.
Yeah, like
a nice
they're
safe
literally
spot to tackle. If Derrick Henry is coming through the middle, how do you tackle him?
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and I know that like this caused an injury too, but you do what Minka did to Nick Chubb, and if he gets past you, you hip drop him.
Yeah, that was dirty though. No, I'm joking.
But like those are the only two ways you bring a dude like that down.
Yeah, like I'm serious. Like you're looking
There's nobody that's coming through the middle, hit stick and fucking Derrick Henry, and he's falling over. Like you're gonna hit stick Derrick Henry, and you're falling over.
Yeah, like imagine Derrick Henry's coming through the middle, and it's just Denzel Ward right there. What is he supposed to do?
Dive at his fucking knees.
Put your shoulder pad down, aim for the hips, wrap around, and drive your feet. That's how you're supposed to tackle, brother.
That sounds like a hip drop to me.
dude, you got dudes that have quads the size of my torso.
Oh yeah, you're bouncing right off of
it.
That's, I mean, like, dude, these people can fucking squat like 500 pounds. If you just grab them, they're gonna just drag you along.
They're gonna drag you.
So you grab them around the waist where you're supposed to tackle somebody. They teach you in Little League to watch the belt buckle.
Yep.
Okay. So you drive in, wrap around their waist.
Drive your feet.
And drive your feet. Okay. If that dude can fucking squat 500 fucking pounds and he's still running, you fucking just let your body weight hang. And that brings him down.
There's DBs as big as me.
Right.
I ain't taking Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry down.
That's what I'm saying. There's DBs that are
a
under
correct
200
form
pounds.
tackle.
Yeah. DBs are under 200 pounds. Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley.
You tackle somebody from the side around the waist where you're supposed to, and they're just going to keep running. If you run, you're just going to keep running with them.
I have a better chance.
So you just let your feet off the ground and your weight takes them down. Yeah. That's just what happens.
I have a better chance of grabbing his dreads and pulling that shit instead of just fucking form tackling him.
Was that racist?
No.
Nah.
It's his hair.
We've just seen it happen before. So do we think this rule is bad for the current season, like coming up? Like two-part question. Do we think it's bad for the league? And do we think this rule we think this will last as a rule for multiple years? Or is it going to be so bad they throw it out?
I think it's a bad rule. And I think that it'll be here for a couple years, but eventually they might realize like, it's either flag football or just take this shit off.
I mean, the offensive player side of me is like, I would love that fucking rule because now I have more chances to break tackles and get open, right? And I'm not going to fucking strain my calf or tear something while someone's pulling me back and I'm trying to go forward. But it's like a ticky-tacky thing, which I hope I don't see it called a lot. Especially in game, I hope that the only thing that really is like a fine or a letter in the mail afterwards.
I feel like with new rules, though, a lot of times they like the first year they call them a lot.
Well, they're trying to
kind of like set a tone on like, hey, this is the rule. Like,
yeah, and they're trying to figure out what is a hip drop. Like you remember the what is a catch for like 3 seasons straight. So like
Jesse James caught it.
The only problem is no, he didn't. Is you have dudes second guessing themselves trying not to commit a hip drop foul. And then like that, you can't be indecisive in football. Indecisive leads to injury or it's going to lead to a touchdown. So when you put that in, and then it's just like, how are you going to tell these defensive players who are already at a huge disadvantage that now they have to tackle one way, essentially? You have to grab legs and hold on for dear life and hope they just get tripped up. Like, how do you tackle now? Like, seriously, like, what is the best way to tackle now? You can't go high. You can't go too low, like at the knees.
You're form tackling.
Like,
you know what they're going to tell you? Beef up. Cupcake. Get in the weight room.
I mean, I guess. I mean, listen.
I mean, that's the only way that they can make it seem like work. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't think it's a great
just don't work,
thing.
Dude.
But I mean, there were 2 other proposals that were approved over the weekend. The third one actually was today. So when teams challenge, you'll receive a third challenge usually after you got both challenges correct in the NFL. This time you only need 1 correct, then you get a third challenge no matter what. So so whenever you throw a challenge flag, you can miss one and still get one right, and you still have a third. Instead of just having to make sure you get those both right, then you have a third.
You don't like that, Matt? Why not?
Don't like it.
Because I don't know. You shouldn't just be able to just challenge all game. Shit goes to replay after, 2 minutes? Go ahead.
Proposal was submitted by the Lions.
Yeah.
If that gives you some context behind it.
I mean, listen, there's a lot of games lost because of bad calls, and I think the ability and like this season,
They say under 2 minutes everything is reviewed, but like
For sure.
sometimes I feel like
They
something
review it in
happens
the
and they
booth.
just don't. They don't review it, and you're
Yeah, but like just
why
imagine
didn't you look at that?
You're reviewing. If you get a challenge, no matter what, anyways, cats are gonna throw out their first challenge early, and then if they get that, they're just gonna use their second one on some bullshit and see if it works, and then they still have a third no matter what. If you only have two, you have to be strategic with those two. It's part of the game.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
like, I don't know.
I think the only way that should have been passed is if they also had a rule change to be able to challenge pass interference calls.
I feel like if you lost, if you say you win the first one or whatever, so if you win the first one, you get a third, right?
If you just need to get one right, I think, because you always have two challenges no matter what.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
isn't it
mean.
one
But
each
do you
one?
have to get the first one, or you just got to get one of them?
One of them.
See, that's garbage.
I don't mind it for the simple fact of we've had so many segments this year on NFL referees. How many times did we mess around just joking and be like, man, these refs are gambling. These refs are historically bad. We had topics saying that these refs were the worst that we've ever seen. What's the best way to combat that? Give coaches an extra chance to combat the fact that these dudes are garbage. Referees were horrible this year. We
Yeah,
talked about
it
it
was pretty
probably.
bad.
You could probably go back through 10 episodes and find us talking shit about the refs.
Mm.
Like, let's be real. Go back to that Browns-Colts game.
Yeah, and
That
part
was
of
3 consecutive bad calls. If you're the Colts, you are in hell over that game.
Fuck them.
yeah, but part of the whole reason that we're calling these refs ass and trash and all this stuff is because there's too much shit. They're adding way too many rules and shit. Like this hip drop tackle, that's going to have refs in hell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Missed calls are
What's a
missed calls,
catch and
though.
what's not a catch?
Right.
It has refs in hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are missed calls, but you're like, oh, that ball was uncatchable. Like, what's uncatchable?
Out of reach. If you put your arm out and they can't hit your hand,
You got
that's uncatchable.
6'5" freaks out there that they can catch the ball.
But yeah, that's the thing. Uncatchable for me and uncatchable for Derrick are two different things. Derrick's 5'9" with short arms. I'm 6'4" with long arms.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Like,
a judgment
My
call.
bird's 55.
I think the refs were
That's a lie.
I think the refs were dog shit this year, but they have like you get all these ticky tacky rules and shit. It's literally impossible. Like what to call?
I get that, but if you go like specifically, let's go back to the Browns-Colts game. Those calls at the end of the game, those weren't ticky-tack old rules that like are new that you can't like
But
combat.
those aren't challengeable. That's inside 2 minutes.
I get that, but I'm just saying if that happens in the first quarter,
Yeah.
second quarter, third, if it's not out inside of 10 minutes, like I know that moment happened, but I'm just saying those two terrible calls, that gives coaches the chance to at least make up for the ref being blind in that moment or gambling on the game. I don't think it's a terrible idea to give an extra challenge.
I don't know. I
I
still
don't think it's terrible. I think
I think that the NFL, even if this is like the move to try and make the reffing just be better and not affect the game as much, you're still going to see a lot of like the call on the field stands, because when you don't really know what happens, it goes to the call on the field, or they're not going to want to make the refs look worse than they are. Like everybody already thinks the refs are bad. Imagine if every team gets every challenge right. Like that'd be terrible.
Yeah, but you know
for
they
the
won't,
league.
though.
I don't think it's a bad proposal at all. I don't think it really changes the game that much. But what is going to change the game is the new kickoff rule. So it's basically going to be like the XFL,
Yeah.
what you saw last year. So
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't mind
like
it.
at all. You don't mind it?
I think we'll see more kickoff returns, like long kickoff returns. There's more strategy to like the blocking aspect of it, I guess.
And their safety, right? You're not running full speed now trying to block someone is what
Can
They're trying to-
you specify what the kickoff rule is?
like
Like, do you know it? Like,
I don't know it off the top. I mean, it just got approved like an hour ago or so.
Yeah.
Like it's basically go watch an XFL kickoff. That's what it is.
Yeah, I watched XFL last year. I wasn't trying to like put you on the
there
spot.
was- I
Like,
don't think-
I paid attention to the XFL, but I
Pretty
didn't
much,
really like
I sent you guys
analyze the
that picture earlier. Derek, if you want to, I don't know if you could put that like on here for people
Yeah, I
to
could
see, because I don't know
probably.
how well I'm going to be able to describe it. But pretty much you have like a landing zone that's from the 20-yard 20-yard line back to the end zone. That's where the returner stands. You have a setup zone and then a kickoff start line. The kickoff start line is from the 40 to the 45. The setup zone is from the 35 to the 30. And there's a 5-yard gap between them. So all of your blockers and all of your, we'll say tacklers, whoever on the kickoff team, are lined up 5 yards from each other. The kicker is back at the normal kicking spot, and then the returner is in the landing zone. So that way all those dudes for the returning team aren't running down just fucking people up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's just
pretty
like
much they have a
lined up right in front
5-yard
of each
gap.
other.
Like, how fast can you really get in 5 yards to hurt somebody, but you're still blocking them effectively?
Yeah, no, that's smart. I mean, because they've been trying to eliminate injuries on kickoff for the last couple seasons now, so I get it.
Yeah.
So
not
it was
And
changed.
you get 2 returners. I don't know if I mentioned that. You can have 2 people back in the landing zone.
It's a 1-year trial change. So it either gets approved or denied next year.
Okay,
After this year.
It'll get approved.
it'll get approved. You know, it should be a 1-year trial. The hip drop rule.
It might be.
Yeah.
I don't really know for certain, but I
'Cause
doubt
that's
it.
terrible.
I doubt
Did you
it
get
is.
the rule change that just happened live during the podcast?
Another
was it?
one?
No.
The trade deadline has been pushed back from week 8 to week 9.
I like it.
I like it.
Sure. Give us
like it.
more time to
guess.
talk about trades.
Yeah.
I don't mind
That's
it.
like the only other big thing that I seen.
I did think trade deadline was too soon, in my opinion.
I
So-
mean, but no trades really happened prior to it. Like,
But, I mean,
they
let's-
like
Yeah,
wait till
everybody
like the
waits
week
till
of.
the
Yeah,
day.
it's like, all right, let's make it a banger of a week.
Well,
let's
they-
start trading now.
well,
I
they
feel
wait-
like you don't want to trade for someone though. Like, imagine, the Bears trading for Chase Claypool. Like, that was a terrible trade, but it was on the trade deadline. They want to see what he does all season before they trade for him. Imagine they trade for him week 1 and he turns into the bum he is like now.
I mean, maybe you get 9 more weeks to develop him, and then you trade him.
I
Or
don't
7
know.
more weeks. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. He sucks regardless. So I get it.
Chase Young to the Niners or Montez Sweat to the Bears? Because I think you said Chase Young to the Bears.
He
I was
said
tri-
Chase Claypool to the Bears.
Chase
Remember the
Claypool.
Steelers
Okay,
traded him to
okay.
the Bears.
Okay. You said Chase, and I thought Chase Young.
Casual.
Vince Young got knocked the fuck out at a bar last night.
That's crazy.
For real?
I got
Shout
a
out him.
notification. JPA posted the video from TMZ. Yeah,
Did you watch it?
he got snuck. Yeah,
By a big dude, at least?
Bro, he's at the age he might die
It
if he
wasn't
gets snuck like
He
that.
ain't that old, man.
You
Stop
better
playing.
chill, bro. He's about my
he
age.
ain't that old, bro. He only lasted a couple of years in the league.
He's probably
dude.
40.
Look it up.
He's
Look-
30, probably
dude
39.
wasn't like that big.
I bet you he's 39.
Matt said,
I mean, you just say he old, bro. He might
I
die
think
from
they
that.
played in like 05.
Look up how old
I was 16 or something. He was probably 18.
this cat.
He's probably 39, 38 maybe.
40.
40?
Yeah, that's Matt's age.
I was right.
You 30. You about to be 36. Y'all have been in high school
I'm
together.
about to be 35.
I'm mixed up.
You are 35.
No,
aren't you?
I ain't.
Yes, you are. Bro, you 35 already.
No, I'm not.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You might be forgetting your
you
age,
sure?
bro. Nah, you know people be forgetting their age. My wife spent the whole year telling people 1 year is lower and wasn't messing around. Like, I was like, bro, you're about to be 33. And she was like, what? And I was like,
Wait
yeah.
a second.
Like, for
I'm
real.
just playing. I'm 29.
This cat crazy. Now you sound like me. All right, do we want to get
No,
to...
remember when you guys got me that cake?
I got cake for you.
So, oh God. So, we were talking about referees
Yo.
gambling. Let's talk about players gambling.
Ooh.
We have 2 players that are allegedly gambling on games.
Dun 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 dun.
One, face of the league, potentially. I don't think is he the face of the
Yo,
league?
I don't even know that dude.
That's Michael Porter. I was about to say something crazy. That's Michael Porter Jr.'s brother.
What?
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't.
Yeah.
Look it up.
No, it is. The other thing too,
He's
Derrick,
a turd.
going
He's a
back
turd.
to like the hip drop tackle thing. I don't know if it's copywritten, but we could like link it in the bio or something. But Mike Mitchell 6 years ago for the Steelers talked about the rule changes and how he's going to hurt himself being a defender, trying to keep up with the rule
Oh,
changes.
yeah.
So I don't know if
I
anybody's
fucking-
seen that, but I
my-
seen that yesterday and I was like, huh, that's
My
crazy.
freshman year, I weighed probably like $120. I was practice going against the seniors that probably weighed 220. I tried to tackle the running back that was probably 220 at the time. I got an internally bruised back trying to fucking tackle him as a form tackle.
You sound like a hoe.
I'm just that's what's gonna happen to Denzel Ward trying to tackle Derrick Henry. That's the type of shit that's gonna happen if you try to tackle
He's
the
gonna
right way.
Yeah, everybody's gonna get stiff arms
That's
to
what
hell.
happened to me.
Gamble in your life.
That shit hurt.
Speaking of gambling, let's get back to that.
You dropped your wallet, Jordan.
So let's talk about Shohei Ohtani.
Which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about Jontay Porter because his is the newest, so there's only a little bit of information about
Have you
so we don't have
seen
to
what
dissect
like the
it.
props were? Did you see the ESPN article?
My dude took his unders.
His own.
And then, so allegedly, to fill everybody in, if you don't know who Jontay Porter is, this is allegedly Michael Porter Jr.'s brother.
No, it is.
It is actually his brother.
Not
I know.
allegedly, it is his brother.
So, allegedly, so we don't get sent to cease and desist, even though that would be fire to get sent one.
Would it?
No.
Yeah. It just means we got to stop talking about it. Like, delete the video, it's over with. Like, it's cool. We ain't got nothing they can sue us for. So, allegedly, he took his own unders and then, allegedly, once again, faked an injury and went out of the game so his unders would hit.
Yep, he re-aggravated an eye injury.
I think he was gambling, bro.
So-
I think he was gambling, bro.
Or
The
one
other
of his
part of that-
boys was like,
It's
hey,
for
I'm about
him.
to put in.
Yeah. If your boy texts you and say, hey, go out the game, I need you, I need this under, you gambling. That's you too. You might not have to
So,
bet on yourself.
I don't even think I would have went out of the game. I would have just like, I don't know, not tried it. The rebound bounce right to me. You're like,
Like there's
So
a video.
DraftKings puts out, I guess, a daily report to users on like the betting results, and the under for Porter's 3-pointers was the biggest money winner for any bettor that bet player props during that day.
Now, real quick, not that we are like
yeah,
this.
you can just not shoot. You ain't got to go out of the game. Just don't shoot.
Not that, but okay, so I'm going to send you this video real quick.
So the crazier
Watch
part,
this, though.
Is he wide open?
No, just watch. Listen, you can
2 days later,
just watch it. Go ahead, Jordan. I'm sorry.
2 days later, he played 19 minutes, had 12.7 rebounds and 3 assists.
Let me ask you this. If you take somebody's under, okay, you take your own under, whatever. He doesn't average many points, but do you look? Matt seen it. You see,
But he shouldn't even have shot it.
right? I agree. But once you're so wide open, you can't
He wasn't
get
even
too
wide
obvious.
open. It was contested.
he
The
wasn't
shot clock
open.
was running down though. So like you can't just hold that baby. Like at some point, if you are gambling, you got to kind of think a little wisely. Shot clock running down, you're the only one with the ball. Like I mean, yeah, you could be like didn't see the clock, but you gonna start raising some red flags. But I'm gonna ask you guys this: not that we are this great example of it, but prior to today, this moment or the article coming out yesterday, do any of you know who Jontay Porter is?
No.
Have you ever heard of him?
No,
I
we
knew
did
I
not
didn't
know.
hear of him.
So
That's what I
who
said.
the hell is out there taking his props besides him and his boys? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
My dude's average is
Brown
garbage. Cody Brown Betts has never once mentioned Jontay Porter. Okay, Michael Porter,
Porter
Jr.
Jr.
Can we look up Jontay's contract?
It's probably trash.
He's got
he's
a
on
min.
a 2-way contract.
Oh, see, he's on a
he
two-way.
gambling,
Two-way
bro.
contract, and he makes $415,000 this
Oh,
season.
he gambling.
So the other thing, there's another game against the Phoenix Suns March 20th. He played 3 minutes before leaving the game due to what the Raptors said was an illness and did not return. He did not score, attempted and missed 1 shot, and had 2 rebounds. Sportsbooks had his over-unders at 7.5 points, 5.5 rebounds. The next day, DraftKings reports again to its users that Porter's prop bets were the number 1 moneymaker in the NBA that night.
Jontay Porter. Where'd he go to college, guys?
Mizzou.
He went to Mizzou.
He just looked it up.
I know.
I didn't just look it up. I looked it up previously and I saw it. How about that?
So nobody knows this guy. Okay, there are some extreme ball knowers out there. There's some dudes who watched him and Michael Porter Jr. play at Mizzou and was like, "Oh yeah, these are our guys."
He
we
went
love
to
them.
Mizzou.
But all I'm saying is
Yeah, like who?
this Negro looks guilty.
Who knows Evan Hull besides
being
us?
named Michael Porter Jr. and then the next kid, your name's Jontay.
It's fire. It's fire. Shout out to Dontea.
He should have been Michael Porter the third.
You
Wait,
can't name your
what?
kids
Yeah,
the same
what?
name, but he would have to name his
It would be
kid
Michael
that.
Porter Jr.'s kid. It would be the third.
Fuck it. Then what would he be? You can't name him.
A brother with the same name.
They can't be brothers
Who's
with the same
worse,
name.
him or Shohei?
So let's
Let's
get into
into
Shohei.
Shohei. Yeah.
Oh
Go
boy.
ahead.
Let's not spend too much time on Shohei.
Well, there's a lot to go with Shohei.
All right. Just saying.
I'll just start. Do you guys think Shohei Ohtani is gambling?
No.
Him himself, no.
I'm not sure he knows how.
What?
What?
All right.
I've seen a lot of convincing evidence.
I was just kidding.
I've seen a lot of convincing evidence. I think he might be, but
Nope. You've seen a lot of convincing shit about the other dude, too.
yeah.
Oh, he gambled.
But the part that really is weird to me is Ohtani's PR told ESPN and all the other reporters that pretty much what had happened was his interpreter, translator, whatever, ran up $4.5 million in debt and Shohei paid it off for him. That's what the initial reports were from Shohei's team.
Okay.
2 days later, they came out and said that his interpreter was lying and he stole the money.
Ooh, that's not cool.
So why did the story change in 2 days to we paid it off for him instead of, yeah, we had no idea.
Sounds a little guilty.
So what
little
was the
fishy.
second report?
The second report is that his translator ran up that debt, but slowly stole money from Ohtani
Right.
to pay it off himself. But
Yep.
the initial report was that Ohtani himself,
He just paid it for him.
His translator went to him as a man and said, "Hey, I ran up a big bet. I have a lot of debt. Can you pay it off?" And he paid it off for him. That's what Ohtani's team themselves said, was that Ohtani covered his losses for him.
Yeah, 'cause
and then
the
2 days later said he didn't.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause that
he's part of the team,
The first
though, so-
headline was saying his translator was stealing money from his account. It had nothing to do with gambling
How?
at first.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have
Translator, bro. He ain't part of my finances.
Well,
He might be.
That's
He
his
might
boy.
have more.
No. That's his like boy. Like they've been
Okay.
really, really good friends for a long time.
Okay.
so
I was gonna say if I'm hiring a translator, this dude ain't gonna have my bank account and routing number and all
Yeah,
that
right.
shit.
It wasn't
He
just
does
like a
more than just
random
that.
dude.
yeah, he does that too.
Yeah.
He does
Okay.
more than that too. But
So-
going from he stole money out of his account, then it was he
Well,
stole money out of his account to pay off a gambling debt.
It
to,
started off as Shohei paid and
For it.
covered it.
Yeah.
Then it went
yeah,
to
then
stealing.
he was stealing money. Right. So for me, listen, there was some stats.
I think they were trying to keep the gambling thing out of it.
Yeah.
But I do have, there's some things about his translator that is
Alarming.
weird.
Go ahead.
Definitely weird stuff. He lied about graduating from UC Riverside, the college. I have no idea. He lied about being an interpreter for the Red Sox. He went to a casino dealing school for like a week and a half and then dropped out.
Addict.
And he admits to being a gambling addict. And plus, the bookie's attorney said her client never communicated with Ohtani. Now, that one could be just like a, hey, just
Language
say,
barrier.
Just say you didn't talk to that guy. But all the wire transfers that were to the bookie were under Shohei's name. The translator, told him about his debts being paid off. They changed the story. And then Shohei comes out and says, I'm going to do a press conference, but there's not going to be any questions. So it's not a press conference. He just went out there and was like, hey, I didn't do it. Bye. Like, it's not a press conference. He didn't take any questions.
Did you see when they said he was going to be at the press conference and it said Shohei could be at his press conference, and it was Jordan with the black glasses on talking? I'm sorry, Matt. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I have some alarming numbers here. Now, people play batting games, right? What do you think Shohei Ohtani ranks amongst MLB players, Jordan? You know MLB ball pretty good.
I would say that as an overall player, he's number one.
Number one,
Yeah.
pitcher, probably a top 5 pitcher.
He's probably, I would say absolutely a top
Okay.
5 pitcher.
Now, I would like to disclaim what I'm about to read with, we understand players have bad games, okay?
Derrick's cut that out for TikTok.
Now, there was a bet placed in Shohei Ohtani's hometown where he's from by a bookie. So $1 million bet placed on Atlanta Braves to score over 6.5 runs versus the Angels.
So he was serving up meatballs.
Parlayed with them minus 3.5. Shohei Ohtani was pitching that day. Shohei Ohtani gave up a lot of runs, 2 home runs to be exact. The over hit, and they won by more than 3.5. Now, bad game. But a couple days later, a bet was placed in the same exact place with the bookie for $4 million. You know who was pitching that day? Shohei Ohtani. That bet hit. One more bet was placed A couple days later, same bookie, same town. Parlay with plus 2,500 odds. That was a $10 million bet. Astros minus 1.5. Astros over 6.5. Shohei over 4.5 runs allowed. Shohei under 6.5 strikeouts. And the game total to go over 11.5. Shohei Ohtani pitched a pretty rough game that day.
Damn.
All right. Didn't hit his strikeout line. He went under 4.5 strikeouts. Gave up a couple homers as well. 2 home runs. He went 2 and 5 at the plate. 2 for 5 at the plate. I'm not saying that Shohei's throwing games, but all I'm saying is this is giving Pete Rose vibes.
I'm not believing it.
Maybe he's
There's
just...
no way if I'm a bookie, you're rocking my ass for $5 million, and then I'm taking a $10 million bet the next day.
He might be in on it though.
Nah, fuck that.
Like he might be telling the bookie, I'm going to place this huge bet with you. I'm going to win this bet. You're going to lose, but I'm going to split. You'll break even, and I'm going to make money.
Yeah, but who? Why?
Where's the money?
What bookie would report that? You're a fucking bookie.
Listen,
Yeah, the bookie has to pay him out.
that's what I'm. But listen,
So how does the bookie break even if he's making money?
listen, it's a $10 million bet. You're a $2,500 parlay. You don't gain anything, you don't lose anything, but he could probably throw him a little extra. Is what I'm saying. A $10 million bet at plus 2,500 odds. That is a huge payout.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
The bookie can get his money back plus a little more, and Shohei and his gambling addict manager or translator, can still make pretty good money on that.
But you're not understanding. This is a bookie.
Yeah, I understand that.
He's giving them all the winning.
He's losing that money.
Right.
You're not understanding.
I am.
Even if he breaks him off a little bit,
He's
that's
still
money
losing
that
money.
dude had in the first place.
Right. No. Because it's not just the only bet ever placed with that dude. It's an average total. That's like a
Yeah, that's not
No,
his
but
only
that
bet.
$10 million
but he's still
bet was
losing.
that was one bet.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So like if it hits, how much is that plus 2,500 odds? That's what, $2 billion?
Insane.
right.
$2 billion?
Right.
If it hits?
If a bookie's taking a $10 million bet, you think he's only working with $11 million?
You think he has $2 billion?
I don't think he got $2 billion.
Bro,
$2 billion?
they're in China.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
They
That
got
$2
money.
billion is coming from that bookie. So what's the point of giving him back money when that's his money in the first place?
Because he rocked everybody else when they took Shohei's overs.
Nobody put 10 million on it
Hey,
or
Sho-
$1 billion.
Hey, people are taking Shohei's over. How many people are taking his under? He
With
throws the game.
$25.
Everybody, listen. I'm just saying.
$25.
Bro,
So why wouldn't he just...
you think a bookie that's taking bets from Shohei Ohtani's translator is taking bets for $25 from Derrick
You
Rosen?
mean
$25?
directly from Shohei?
Or from Shohei? You think they're taking bets from Dontea and Jordan for $16?
I don't know.
Still,
if
like,
you-
he's in a fucked up
when
situation.
You're a
It's not a
bookie,
win-win
that shit
either way.
ain't legal. You're not just putting your shit out there. Like, hey, man, I was taking $10 million bets from this guy.
Hey, but you
Like-
put it out if you're getting paid.
See ya.
So here's the thing.
You're
like,
going to be put out in jail.
So-
Bro, he's in China. There's different rules over there, bro.
these are the bets that hit.
I don't even know if it's China.
Like,
Where's
I was
Shohei
about to
Ohtani
say,
from?
I don't...
I'm pretty sure Japan.
Okay, well, that was slightly racist. His hometown is, hold on, I have it right here. I don't know how to pronounce it. Never mind. That did us no justice. That did us no justice. I can't pronounce it.
Mizusawa. It's literally the two restaurants in Boardman just put together.
You're just being racist.
No. Is it not? Mizu and Sawa. Mizusawa. That's the two fucking restaurants up in Boardman.
Okay, it is Mizusawa. You're right. You're right. I'm
But
sorry.
like that $10 million bet, that bet hit. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they said like 4.5 million in debt, that would have meant like, I know you don't have to put the money up with the bookie, like up front on bets, especially when it's, he's betting in China or Japan. But you fucked me all up saying China. But like 10 million, imagine if that bet would have lost, like who's covering your ass there? You just gonna steal from Ohtani? Ohtani had to have known, bro. There's no way that somebody's betting $10 million. I know that he just got paid 700 or 800 million, whatever it was. But there's no way that somebody bets 10 million of your money and you don't know about it. There's no fucking way. And I know
Shohei
people are going to
was in on
say
it.
he doesn't work at the bank. He doesn't look at his own stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Dude was stealing. Bro, with the amount of people that probably look at his money every day when they see, hey, 500,000 here, 500,000 there, 500,000 here, and nobody raises a red flag ever. You can't go put 10 grand in the bank without a red flag, let alone pull 500 out.
Shohei knew, and
different rules in
Shohei
Japan.
he's gambling.
Yeah.
Like,
Offshore accounts.
Shohei knew.
Nobody's looking at that shit all the time.
All right, we're going to button it up. We'll leave it up to TikTok when we put it out to see what you guys think and Instagram and everything. But Barbershop Breakroom thinks Shohei knew.
No.
One half of Barbershop Breakroom.
I was about to say.
thinks.
Allegedly.
We think he's gambling.
I'm not saying that I think he's the one that placed the bets, but he knew.
Allegedly, Shohei Ohtani
He
is
knew
gambling.
about it.
All right, we'll put a button on that.
He didn't know.
Do we got anything else before we get out of here?
No.
The glove don't fit, you must quit.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of Barbershop Breakroom. Goodbye.
Barbershop